To increase your confidence and ability to communicate at a higher level in your conversations, your videos, and your presentations takes practice and a larger and more complex vocabulary of advanced words that have great meaning and can be fun to learn and use. By learning how to use at least 3 new words each week, along with their definitions, proper usage, synonyms, antonyms, and word variations, will help you improve your correct use of each of them, and it only takes a few minutes. The fastest and easiest way to remember how to use any new and advanced words well into the future, make sure to practice saying them out loud and use them in conversation as soon and as often as possible. Speaking of practice, stay tuned in for another fun, original practice pronunciation challenging tongue twister sentence with words that start with the letter V right after learning about this week's advanced vocabulary words that are efficacy, insolvent, and viable. The first word you can learn to use this week is efficacy. 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 A basic definition of efficacy is the degree and ability of how useful something works at reaching a desired effect or result. Examples of efficacy as a noun when used in a sentence sounds like this. The amount of misinformation as to the efficacy of the treatment is being spread by people who are guessing and speculating even before the research is completed. The efficacy of diet pills is often ignored by people who want a quick fix, and they refuse to understand that it's increased physical activity and lifestyle eating that are much more effective. Sufficient data needs to be collected and analyzed before the efficacy of the new curriculum is proven effective or needs adjustments. There are many synonyms or similar words for efficacy. Some of these synonyms are effectiveness, productiveness, potency, adequacy, competence, and success. There are also many antonyms or opposites for efficacy. Some of these antonyms are ineffectiveness, useless, ineptness, incompetence, insignificance, and failure. The only other word form from efficacy is efficacious. When efficacious, an adjective is used in a sentence, it sounds like this. The efficacious outcome of the exercise program needs to be adjusted to fit the individual's unique condition, age, weight, and ability to perform certain motions. An efficacious way to start improving your time management, goal setting, and public speaking skills are to take my free mini courses. Seriously, the links are in the description. And if you could take 2 seconds to tap that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you'll get an efficacious reminder of when the next video is released and can also help prevent this week's second word from ever happening. And that is insolvent. 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 A basic definition of insolvent is when there's no ability to pay off debts by not having enough money to pay what you owe. Insolvent is also used to describe someone or a business that is without money. Examples of insolvent as an adjective when used in a sentence sounds like this. After a dismal year with no positive cash flow, the insolvent business was forced to declare bankruptcy. This past year, the number of insolvent companies rose to a new level not seen in decades. After a lengthy and costly lawsuit, the company was declared insolvent and forced to liquidate all assets to pay for the damages. Insolvent can also be used as a noun. Examples of insolvent as a noun when used in a sentence sounds like this. Without a doubt, the business will be insolvent by the end of the year if costs are not reduced and sales increase. Without warning, there are many reasons people and businesses can quickly become insolvent. There are many synonyms or similar words for insolvent. Some of these synonyms are bankrupt, broke, penniless, ruined, worthless, and unprofitable. There are also many antonyms or opposites for insolvent. Some of these antonyms are rich, wealthy, secure, prosperous, flourishing, and loaded. The only other word form from insolvent is insolvency. When insolvency, a noun, is used in a sentence, it sounds like this. The final analysis of what happened proved beyond a reasonable doubt that the insolvency was caused by poor management and lack of controlling costs on unnecessary expenses. The nervous young manager reported that although the outlooks for this year were not favorable, there is no concern that insolvency will occur thanks to the foresight to cut costs and reduce spending. The third word you can learn how to use this week is viable. 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 A good definition of viable is when something, whether it be an idea, business, or an organism, is able to live, grow, develop, and survive successfully. Examples of viable as an adjective when used in a sentence sounds like this. With sufficient startup funds, a needed or wanted product, and a consistent discipline to follow a viable business plan, most service businesses can earn a modest profit in their first year. The treatment is a viable technique used countless times that is proven to save lives with less side effects than previously thought. The new technique is a safe and viable alternative that saves money, reduces waste, while increasing beneficial outcomes. There are many synonyms or similar words for viable. Some of these synonyms are achievable, feasible, possible, operational, functional, and successful. There are also many antonyms or opposites for viable. Some of these antonyms are incapable, impossible, hopeless, unattainable, unsustainable, and useless. Other word forms from viable are viably and viability. When viability, a noun, is used in a sentence, it sounds like this. Over the last few decades, the viability of premature babies has risen substantially, largely in part through advanced medical techniques, along with specialized devices needed for their tiny bodies. The economic viability of continuing to throw money into wasteful spending programs has led to unmanageable costs and many cases of fraud. When viably, an adverb, is used in a sentence, it sounds like this. Without knowledge of how money can be used effectively, managers cannot viably control costs. Without workers, the manufacturing company can no longer viably serve as a supplier to the people who want and need their products. To combine all three words, efficacy, insolvent, and viable, into one sentence, sounds like this. Without a viable business plan, the efficacy of the business will quickly lead to being declared insolvent. To improve on your correct use of any new words, make sure to use them in conversation as soon and as often as possible. To learn more advanced words, click on the video link in the description right after trying this week's unique, fun, and original practice pronunciation challenging tongue twister sentence that will help improve pronunciation, articulation, and fluency in your speech. Here it is. Virtuous vile vested vipers, vigorously value verbose veiled vows, voiding violins, videoing vicious violas, voluntarily vacuuming voluminous vendors' vestibules. Have a very good time with that one. And remember that my valuable goal is that your victorious success is the virtuous goal. I'll see you online soon.